Oh, it's all right.
A previous show, and
A premiere show.
no, I just had another show before you,
Oh, okay.
and it went over a couple of minutes.
I'm actually early for once.
Oh, right, okay. You're all right. Don't worry about it. Good evening, guys.
Good
Um,
evening, Steve. Good to see you again.
Scott, well done. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Good. What's it like where you are?
Well, today is like one of the first good weather days we've had in a while. I'm here in Boston, Massachusetts, and lately it's just either been wicked hot or muggy and rainy. But today is a beautiful day. So I was out in the yard doing some work, working on my fence.
Right. Okay. So, what you been doing to your fence?
Well, we had a storm a couple months ago that knocked down my neighbor's tree and it took out a section of my fence. So I've been patching it up, mending the fence, as they say.
Oh, yes. There's a lot of mending fences.
Yeah.
Yes, around. So, anyway, how do you get on with your music?
Well, we're kind of back to work now. With things are opening up, so I'm back to doing a steady gig every Wednesday here in Boston. And in addition to that, I had a album release party for my new album, Me and Mary Rose, and then I've been able to play a few other places too. I was in Santa Fe last week, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I played a nice show there, and keeping busy, just doing what I can do. And I'm a little nervous about just rushing back and doing 5 shows a week kind of thing. So I'm cherry picking where I'm playing, trying to make
Well,
sure everything's
you're a
cool.
professional, so you should be used to it.
Yeah, yeah. So getting used to being the roadie is the hard part.
Yeah, yeah. You should get somebody to kind of like give you an hand.
That would be nice. Yeah, I think.
Yes, yeah. But if you pay for my flights, I'll come over and give you an hand.
Sure, I bet you would. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I will. I'll be gone. Don't you worry.
Well,
Um,
when I come over there, I'll take you up on
Brilliant. Thank you.
it.
When when you're doing all your gigs and everything, because now everything's opening up and you're going to be doing all your gigs. What is the first thing that you're going to do?
Well, the first thing that I did do was I had a really nice show at a barn out in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. It was kind of a house concert, but it was actually in a barn, and it was really nice. The owners of the barn were very gracious, generous hosts. They provided food for everybody, and there was plenty of room to spread out on their lawn with a lawn chair if you wanted to be outside, and there was plenty of room to be inside the barn if you wanted to be inside. And they made sure that everybody was vaccinated that came, so it was a very good, safe show. I really was a place called Front Street Concerts, and that was the first thing I did was I played a nice concert for them, and then like I said, I had a album release party at a great bar called the Burren, nice
All
Irish
right.
pub, and yeah, and now I'm what I was thinking about was traveling around and hitting all of the places that I haven't played in a while and meeting up with some of the people that have been watching my live streams. But now that cases are kind of resurging, I've decided to rethink things, and I decided I'm going to just stay close to home for now. Maybe in 2022 I'll go back to touring.
Yeah. And when you're
Yeah.
touring in 2022, don't forget to come over to the UK.
That's definitely on my agenda. That's definitely what I would love to get to the UK, get to England, Ireland, maybe up to Scotland. Definitely.
It'd be brilliant to see you.
Yeah.
What are you going to sing for us?
I was thinking about singing this song that's on my new album. That there's a guy over in County Cork in Ireland named Martin Baylor he's been covering this song. So maybe some of your listeners already know it from Martin. And it's kind of a cowboy song about an old outlaw named Hetty Jetty.
All right.
Yeah, it goes like this. Old outlaw. Some say he came from Arkansas. Where he's heading, I don't know. Maybe somewhere in New Mexico. And he walked into an old saloon. Swinging doors, he looked around the room. He sauntered up to the bar and said, am I alive? 'Cause I don't feel dead. And I ride this lonesome road, and where I go, ain't no one know. And I ride both night and day, and in the end, I'll just fade away. Sipping on a glass of turpentine, Jack is washing hers down with wine. Eddie says, Jackie, I gotta go. And where I'm going, Jackie, only I know. Now 14 days in the desert sun, chewing on cactus, shooting his gun. When he rode into Santa Fe, he robbed the bank and made his getaway. And I ride this lonesome road, where I go, ain't no one know. And I ride both night and day, and in the end, I'll just fade away. Lonesome road, and where I go, ain't no one know. And I ride both night and day, and in the end, I'll just fade away. And I ride this lonesome road, where I go, ain't no one know. And I ride both night and day, and in the end, I'll just fade away. In the end, come Judgment Day.
That was really good.
Thanks, Steve. What's that?
That was a really good song. I was just about to say, where'd you get the idea for that, Tay? I know you got it from what's his name, but that was you sung that really well.
Oh, thanks so much. Thank you. Yeah, well, you know what happened was I wrote it a couple years ago. I was going to see the songwriter named Steve Earle, And I was getting kind of excited about going to see Steve. And I was thinking to myself, I only know one Steve Earle song. And I thought, I want to learn another Steve Earle song. So I sat down and without even calling up a song and listening to it first, I thought, let me see if I can play it just from memory, right? And so I picked up the guitar and I went, and I was like, no, that's not the riff, but that's a cool riff. And I thought, well, maybe I should use that. And I said, what comes after that? And I went, and I just kept going from there until I had the whole riff. And then I decided, okay, let's write some lyrics to this. And the first thing I thought of was Hetty Jetty was an old outlaw. And I don't know, I thought to myself, why Hetty Jetty? And then I just told myself, don't worry about it, Scott. Just write it down and keep writing. When you get to the end, you can go back and edit it. And I just kept writing that way. I just kept, whatever just came to my mind, I just kept writing. And in the end, I didn't edit anything. It just, the way it came out, it's the way it worked out. So Hetty Jetty it is.
Last time you came on, we had a lot of response on our radio.
Oh, nice.
And they said, can you play his music and Scott's music? And I said, yeah, and nearly every day it had to be, kind of like a song of yours to be played on our radio. You know what I mean? And it went crazy. And
oh, nice.
What do you think? What qualities do you think that attracts you to people? Really, as as a person who's an artist as such as yourself.
That's not an easy question to answer, Steve. To say what I think, what people think about me. But the only thing I can say is that when I write, I try to be, somewhat honest about what I'm saying. I try to be somewhat real, and sometimes I find that when the more real you are, the more you connect with people. The more I try and pretend I'm somebody else, the less I find it works. So I just try to be me, and then see, and either people like it or they don't.
That's it. Yeah, you don't have to like people. It's up to people if they like you or not, isn't it? Really.
Exactly. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you going to play for us next?
Well, since you're over in the UK, I'm a huge fan of the Beatles. When I was 15 years old, I got into the Beatles and I started collecting all of their records on vinyl. And my goal was to get every Beatle record that came out on the original label here in the US. And I think I got them all but Meet the Beatles. I've got an old version of Meet the Beatles that's all scratched up, but that doesn't really count. And so I'm going to play one that I wrote. What happened was I was listening to the radio, and here in Boston, there's a DJ named Chachi who has a Beatles show every weekend. He does the Breakfast with the Beatles, and there was an advertisement for his show, and there was an audio clip of one of the Beatles. I think it was George Harrison, and he was saying, "What are you doing?" And it occurred to me that the Beatles were so melodic that even when they just talked to each other, they were melodic. What are you doing? And instead of, in America, we would say, "Hey, what are you doing?" Yeah. It's like, "What are you doing?" That little dip, that doing. And
it's that accent.
The accent. So I sat in my car trying to say it just like George said it. "What are you doing?" And then I'd said, "Playing the Beatles." And from there, I came up with the song. It's called "Whatever You're Doing, Keep Doing It." The clothes that you wear, girl, the length of your hair, girl, I like your style. Let's talk a while. Don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Oh yeah. It's only 9:30. You start talking dirty and it turns me on. I like that song. Watching you dance, girl, puts me in a trance. Girl, the way you swing and your bird can sing. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it to me. You put your hand on my shoulder and I start feeling bolder. I got my thumb on your hip bone. You let out a little more. Now you're wrapped around me like the sound you surround me. Girl, you know that I'm so glad that you found me, yeah. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doodle-doo. Doodle-doo-doo. What are you doing? Playing some Beatles, my honey pie. Cry, baby, cry. That look in your eye, girl, that sweet little sigh, girl, it makes me see you really want to be with me. Yeah. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it to me. Yeah, yeah. Whatever you're doing, girl. Oh, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, girl, keep doing it. Oh yeah, yeah. All night long. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. What are you doing? He's playing the Beatles. All right. All right. Still with me there, Stevie? I don't see you. There you are.
I'm just saying, have you got any new songs coming out?
Well, I just released that new album, and so right now I'm kind of focused on, getting everybody to know the new songs. I haven't really got any immediate singles other than that. I'm working on like some music videos for some of my songs from my new album that I want to put out, and so, but I have a bunch of unfinished songs that wrap them up soon. I'm really chomping at the bit, so they say, to write some more songs. I'm really feeling pretty creative these days, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you creative? Are you a creative person?
Well, you know what? I'm a do-it-yourself person, so I don't have a manager. I don't have a record company, so everything I do, I have to switch my hats all the time. And so sometimes I find that I'm in a really creative mood and I get a lot done. And then I have to switch hats and try and be the businessman and try and fill out all the forms. And then sometimes that stifles my creativity. You know what I mean? And so it's it's like switching horses midstream can be a little tough sometimes, but I do the best I can. But I'm always keeping my radar going for new song ideas, and something comes up. I always carry a Sharpie in my pocket and some paper in my back pocket, and I always have my phone. Here's my Sharpie. See, and I'm always I like Sharpies because, for one, they're good for signing autographs. but but pencils break and pens leak. But Sharpies, I can always count it. I can keep it in my pocket, and it's never gonna leak
How
in my
many
pocket.
autographs have you signed?
How many what autographs? I don't know. You know, it was like when you come up with a record, people are like, "Can you sign it for me?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'll sign it for you." I remember the first time I signed an autograph. I was over in I was in Russia, and I was up in St. Petersburg, and I played at this place called the Tam Tam Club, and there was this Russian kid who wanted me to sign his blue jeans, and I was thinking to myself, I'm not famous enough to sign this kid's blue jeans. He has no idea, but he really wanted me to sign his blue jeans. And my friend who was with me, she says to me, "Don't be a jerk, sign his blue jeans." and I realized right then and there that she was right. And so now anytime somebody wants me to sign something, I sign it, just sure. Yeah.
Well done. Okay, can you sing us the last song?
You'd like to hear one more? I'll do one more for you. Let's see. What's a good one? All right. I'm going to play this song. It's the last song on my album. I wrote this during the pandemic shutdown, and it's called "When This Is All Over." Some people have been telling me, "Hey, Scott, it's all over now. You can go back to work, get back to playing." But as you can see, it's not completely over, is it? So,
It's not.
yeah. So, there's a DJ on WMBR here in Massachusetts that's been playing this song, and I want to thank him for getting this one out there for me too. It's called "When This Is All Over."
Brilliant.
I actually have a line in the song where I say, "When this is all over, friends can come over," and I say, "We'll go visit our mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, daughters, and sons." And that's why I was in Santa Fe last week, was I was able to see my mom for the first time, and since the shutdown, I was able to travel and go see her. And so I actually played this song when I was out there in Santa Fe, and it gave me some kind of goosebumps that I'm still kind of feeling. So. Remember when we used to go to the clubs and hear the bands play all night long? We'd have a few drinks, maybe get up and dance, and wait for our favorite song. Now I've gotta stay home, here all alone, until it's safe to go back outside. But it's hard to stay here in one place. Well, at least we can go for a ride. Well, when this is all over and friends can come over, we'll run through the clover out in the sun, when we can all gather and hold hands together and talk about things that we've done. When this is all over, when this is all over, when this is all over, I wanna spend more time with you. Remember when used to go to those concerts and see all them famous rock stars up on the big stage, rocking like Jimmy Page, playing fast with those drums and guitars. Now I sit at this table, completing this puzzle, and you know this one's really hard. And now I'm looking at pictures of us from last summer with all our friends out in the yard. And I'm thinking when this is all over and friends can come over, we'll run through the clover out in the sun, spend time with each other, go and visit our mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, daughters, and sons. When this is all over, when this is all over, when this is all over, I wanna spend more time with you. There's nothing else I'd rather do than sing songs together with you and go to the UK too. When this is all over, when this is all over. And I'm bringing Mary Rose with me too. Yeah. So I was thinking this would be a good time to get out and travel and get back to seeing everybody, playing songs for everybody, but everything's so up in the air right now. We don't know if things will get shut down again. So thinking I need to stay close to home for now, but we'll be getting out there. Probably 2022, Steve. And that's definitely on my high priority list. Get over to the UK. See you and maybe some of your listeners who've been listening. So thanks a lot for having me on the show. Appreciate it. All right. Well, I guess if you don't have any more questions for me, Steve, I guess I'll say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody be well and stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay kind. All right? Peace and love. Peace and love, everybody. All right.